Morning everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Jan Kilstra. Today we are going to be hauling bales, but it is Monday morning, and Monday morning we have a set of chores that we got to do before we do anything else on the farm, and that is bringing close-up cows in from our dry cow corrals to the close-up barn. These are ladies that are going to calve within 3 weeks. We just want them in our close-up barn so we can keep a close eye on them. If they start calving, it's not going 100%, we can always help them out and we can keep a closer eye on them when they are in our close-up barn. So that's what we do every morning. We're also going to do a few other things, sort out a dry cow group from the barn, needle a few cows and that sort of thing. So once we're finished with that though, we will head out to the field and start picking bales. We have bales that are on a pea field. So there's about 300 on there and it's lighter, sandier soil, so we're kind of debating. We haven't decided yet if we're going to seed fall rye into it this year or not. So we just want to get the bales off of there as soon as possible so that if we do make the decision to go ahead and seed fall rye into it, it's got to happen pretty soon. So we don't want to be held back if we make the decision to go ahead and seed it because the bales are still on the field. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. It is pretty far away from the farm. I think it's going to be like a 10-mile round trip. So we're going to bring the New Holland wheel loader out there so I can stack bales on top of that bale wagon so we can take 20 bale loads back to the farm, maybe save some time like that. So we're gonna do these close-ups this morning and then we'll head out to the field. I might have showed this young heifer maybe a year back a couple times in the videos. 1999, that's my calf right there, Penelope. She's not tame. We'll work on that when she gets into the barn and has her first calf. Shouldn't be too long anymore. So we picked out our close-up animals for the morning and I hopped right in the loader. I'm gonna drop this off in the field so it's there when I go for the first load with that tractor. I'll text Dad when I'm in the field and he'll come pick me up. Just driving past the canola field that we've been combining. That was our combine sitting there in the field. I got close to 150 acres done, maybe 160. So making some good progress on there. I think it's still yielding just above 40 bushels. So we'll have, of course, a total number at the end. And you can see exactly how much weight you got for how many acres you covered. But right now it's looking just above that 40 bushels. We're gonna drive past another pretty sweet combine outfit here. It's our neighbors. They got some nice equipment sitting there right up against the road, so we'll have to check that out as well. So those were 3 Fendt Ideal 8s sitting in the field. They have honeybee headers on there. And then they have a versatile Delta track on their grain cart, which is a pretty big grain cart too, so that's a sweet outfit. Got the loader out to the field. I believe this field has 300, just over 300 bales on it. So we're just gonna pick the bale wagon full for 14, and we'll hop out, put another 6 on top of it with this thing. I did the same thing last year, worked out pretty good. And hopefully we can save some time like that. I will time a few loads to see if it's actually gaining us anything, if we're saving any time or not. Yeah, we're gonna maybe seed fall rye here. It is a little bit lighter, sandier soil, so the idea is fall rye does really good on that, so maybe we should seed it here. All right, this thing's been sitting here for a solid week since I used it to move that hay. Should be ready to go. I can't get out this driveway, the auger's there. Gonna have to try and sneak past the calf barn expansion right now. The guys are busy there, so I'll see if we fit. Easy. All right, that's our first load of the day. Looks pretty sweet with those bales stacked on top. Just gonna check our tires, make sure they're all good. This is a newer bale wagon. Made a video. We got it just a couple of years ago. I think it's maybe the third year that we're using it now. So the tires have been good. They're still good now. There is a tire that's low on the tractor. So when we get back to the yard, I'll pump that up. Yeah, that dual's low. And this tire's low as well. So we'll have to put some air in those, but set our first load down there. We're gonna go put some air in the tires now. So we're parking the bales behind the corrals. This is so that when we're putting bedding in the corrals this winter, we'll all be right here. We can back up with that bale shredder, pick them all nice and easy. This is a hemp plant. So if you guys remember last winter, we were shredding hemp bales in the corrals. We bought them from another farm. And this plant is like multiple feet over my head. That's got to be 7.5 to 8 feet tall. So that is insane. And the stalk on this thing, I just can't believe it. So strong. It's like a mini tree. That is an absolutely insane plant. And like there's kochia right beside it, or lamb's quarters, and it's like half as tall. That hemp is something else. So I just timed a full round trip. I timed how long it took me to stack the 6 bales on top, and as a real rough number, it's going to save me about 20 to 25% time over the course of all the bales. So I definitely think that's worth it, especially if I'm going to be hauling bales from these fields for 5 or 6 days. You're talking about saving like a day to a day and a half. So I think that's pretty substantial. It's definitely worth bringing the loader out. It is a bit of a hassle to have the loader there. You don't have it at the yard. For example, this evening we would have otherwise put bedding in the straw packs. I gotta go do that tonight after we're done hauling. We can't do it with the case loader. Case loader doesn't have grapple. But yeah, so slight inconvenience, but I think it'll be worth it in the long run. Speed things up by that much. So that's what we hauled today. That's 7 loads for 140 bales. It is long round trips and it's a bit of a drag, but we're happy to get the bales. I'm gonna go drop this tractor off in the field and then we'll drive the New Holland wheel loader back so that we can put bedding in the straw pack barn, and then I'll also take that top stack off because we can't leave them like that this winter when we're gonna use these to bed the corrals. We're gonna wanna back up to the rows and then scoop them up with the bale picker, bale shredder, and you can't do that with that top stack on there. So, hey, it's the next day and we're gonna get back to hauling bales right away. First thing I'm gonna do is destack that top row since we have the loader here anyway. Had to bring it back yesterday, so now it's light, I can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and take that top row off. This is the second last load I'm going to be taking back from that field. Total to be 340 bales. I saw some comments asking, Jan, are you a little bit intimidated to haul all of those bales? And I'll just say this, over the course of the last 2 days, hauling those 340 bales home, I've watched 400 more bales be made here. In the distance, you can see the combine going, and then my sister Miriam's over there making bales of the canola straw. So yeah, a little bit. It's obviously going to take a very long time to haul all of these bales back. It'll probably be a week where I'm not making videos just because I'm doing the same thing every single day. So it's not really intimidating because I know what it is. You just got to put your head down and keep putting in the hours, keep hauling the bales. So it's going to take a long time, but we are grateful, and it's really good for the farm that we get spend such a long time hauling the bales, just put it that way. Dad came out to the field. This is one of our new fields, and there was a tree patch that we covered up this spring. The drill went through and pulled a bunch of branches up, so he just came out here since the loader was already here and leveled that out a little bit more. And he's been loading the last couple loads here. This is the final load. So 2 days for 340 bales from this field. It is a hike. Every load is taking more than an hour, but that's what it's gonna take. We've also been scooping up all of the broken bales from this field, and we've been moving them over to the next one. We're just gonna pile up all the broken bales in each field. There is always a few, and then we're just gonna burn those so that we don't have to waste a bunch of time rebaling or you know, scooping them into the silage trucks or something like that. So